A detained leader of the Islamic movement in Nigeria, Sheikh Ibrahim Zakzaki, has welcomed a court order for his release. Zakzaki's attorney says he's happy with the verdict. The lawyer expressed hope that the government will stop engaging in hostile action against the religious leader and his organization. And meanwhile, Nigeria's justice minister said the state would study the court ruling and then decide whether to appeal or not. Now, Nigeria's federal high court issued Sheikh Zakzaki's release order Friday, arguing that his detention was not based on law. Cleric has been in jail now for nearly a year without being charged. He's suffering from serious health conditions while behind bars.
A federal high court sitting in the Nigerian capital, Abuja, has ordered the unconditional release of the leader of the Islamic movement, Sheikh Ibrahim Zakzaki, within 45 days of the ruling. The court also ruled that the government should pay Sheikh Zakzaki and his wife Zinat about $110,000 as compensation.
Malam Zakzaki and the wife must be released unconditionally within a period of 45 days. And that secondly, within that window of 45 days, that the states represented by the DSS and the Office of the Attorney General must provide an alternative accommodation for them, either in Zaria or in any other place within the north, which they must consent to.
Reacting to the judgment, counsel to Nigeria's secret police and the government said his team would study the ruling very carefully before announcing a position, hinting that the government may appeal the judgment.
There are certain issues which we submitted to the court, but were unavoidably not pronounced upon, which we believe that it can be tested on appeal. But that doesn't mean that we are not going to comply with the judgment.
In mid-December 2015, soldiers of the Nigerian army attacked the Islamic movement of Nigeria's worship center in the city of Zaria. They then raided Zakzaki's house and arrested the cleric. The army also killed hundreds of his supporters.
Alhamdulillah, today we have received this judgment with a great pleasure. It is a great victory to the Sheikh and the Islamic movement entirely.
The Islamic movement has repeatedly called for Zakzaki's unconditional release. The government of Nigeria says it is eagerly waiting to see the implementation of this judgment. Danjuma Abdullahi, Press TV, Abuja.
Head of the Islamic Human Rights Commission, Masoud Shajare, has called for accountability for the government's conduct against Sheikh Zakzaki and the Islamic movement in Nigeria. Let's take a listen.
This is the High Court. Their decision is binding on the government and all its apparatus, and it should be implemented or indeed taken to a higher court of appeal. All through this time, over and over, it's been sort of established very clearly by all the standards that this is unconstitutional, this is against the law. He's been kept without any charges. He's been kept in a sort of a dilemma by the security services, not even the police. And really, he should have been released a long time ago. You know, the fact is that still we are seeing, you know, as late as sort of a week ago, more members of Islamic movement being gunned down in the street by the police, houses and schools and madrasas being leveled to the ground. So unconstitutional and illegal activities are being carried out. Still, is this sort of order by the court will be implemented or not? And is this going to mean a change of tone from those authorities? And are we going to see people being upheld, accountable for the crimes that they committed, including what has been already established, mass graves, which have been created by the murders of armed forces?